He had been trying to get sober for years, each attempt marked by a familiar cycle of hope and despair. It started with determination, a promise to himself that this time would be different. Yet, without support, the weight of his addiction felt insurmountable. Each time he fell back into old habits, he was left feeling defeated and alone. The nights blurred into a haze of regret and longing for change. He faced obstacles that loomed large, the cravings that hit him like waves, the friends who didn't understand his struggle, and the overwhelming sense of isolation. He tried substituting alcohol with distractions, work, hobbies, even fleeting relationships, but nothing filled the void. He often wondered if he was destined to be trapped in this cycle forever. Days turned into weeks and the cycle repeated. He would find himself in a moment of clarity, vowing to quit, only to be pulled back into the depths of addiction. His self-advocacy felt weak. He didn't know how to reach out for help. The shame and stigma surrounding his struggles kept him from confiding in others, making him feel like a burden. Then came a pivotal moment. After yet another relapse, he sat alone in his room reflecting on his journey. It was a feeling of hopelessness that ignited a spark of determination. He realized he couldn't do this alone anymore. That night, he made a decision he would seek support. With newfound resolve, he reached out to a local support group. The first meeting was daunting. He felt like a stranger in a room full of shared experiences. But as he listened to the stories of others, something shifted within him. He began to understand that he wasn't alone in his battle. Encouraged by the group, he sought further help and decided to enter Detox. It was a challenging process filled with physical and emotional pain, but he felt a sense of purpose driving him forward. Each day in Detox brought him closer to clarity. He learned to advocate for himself, expressing his needs and fears to the counselors who were now there to support him. As he transitioned into recovery, he embraced the tools he had learned. He attended meetings regularly, formed connections with others in recovery, and even found a mentor who guided him through the early days of sobriety. He began to replace old habits with healthier ones: exercise, journaling, and volunteering in his community. The obstacles didn't disappear overnight, but he faced them with a newfound strength. Whenever cravings hit, he reminded himself of the support network he had built. He learned to communicate his struggles, reaching out to friends in recovery instead of isolating himself. Over time, he started to see the world differently. The colors seemed brighter, laughter felt more genuine, and the relationships he built were rooted in understanding and compassion. He was no longer fighting alone. He had allies in his journey. As he reflected on his progress, he realized that asking for help was not a sign of weakness, but rather a courageous step toward reclaiming his life. Each day was a testament to his resilience, and he embraced the challenges ahead with optimism. Now he stands firm in his commitment to sobriety, advocating not just for himself but for others who may be struggling. He shares his journey openly, hoping to inspire those still caught in the cycle of addiction. He has learned that recovery is not just about quitting, it's about building a life worth living.